Hi everyone, this is an ideal yoga sequence if you're feeling a bit stressed or anxious and you need to just bring some clarity and calm back into your body and mind. Just taking 20 minutes of time can really help. So let's just start by standing still for a moment and breathe. I know that's hard when you're stressed. 3 breaths into the belly. Bringing your hands to the belly, breathing in. And take a long, smooth breath out, belly to spine. Do that again, breathing in, really expanding. Making sure the breath goes deep down into the belly and exhale. One more breath for yourself into the belly. Exhale, let the belly drop down. And just release. Taking another breath, and as we breathe out this time, we're just going to roll down, maybe softening the knees as we come down, bringing the hands all the way down to the floor, and holding on to the elbows and maybe gently rocking from side to side. Let the neck soften, just doing what feels right for your body. Nothing too intense here, but the important part of this practice is to have the blood flowing back to the brain and the heart, coming into an inversion, bringing clarity to the mind. 2 more breaths here. And beautiful, release the hands. Coming forward and bringing yourself into child's pose. So the knees can be together so the belly touches the thighs, the hands forward, elbows down. You may be not able to bring the hips down to the heels. Just do what's right for you. Your posture is perfect for your body structure. So just coming into what's called child's pose, balasana. One more breath here. Feeling grounded, connected to the earth. And then inhale, slowly coming up onto all fours. We're going to round the spine, coming into the cat. And inhale, drop the belly, opening into the chest. So we're just feeling back into the spine again. And working the core maybe as you round up. Exhale as you come into a cat, and inhale coming into the cow. One more time, exhale and inhale, and then coming to a neutral. And from here we're just going to take our time to come into a downward dog. So keep the core strong, lift the knees, and just again coming into an inversion in your downward dog, maybe just pressing into one heel, then another. Softening the neck, releasing the neck, maybe moving the head, yes, yes, and no, no again. And then coming to stillness. Just holding here for 3 full breaths in whatever variation of your downward dog feels good for you. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, coming all the way forward into plank, bringing the knees down. And again, we're going to come back into a cobra, which we've come to before, lifting up, lengthening the spine, but this time taking the hands back, interlace, and open into the heart space. You can, taking 3 breaths here. Feeling grounded in the feet, but open into the chest. Last breath, inhale, exhale, and slowly coming down. And bring the hands back again. And this time coming into child's pose, but maybe with the knees apart. and lengthen the spine and feel that the hands are opening up. So we're just softening into the shoulders and into the hips a bit more for 3 breaths. Breathe. So important just to connect to the breath when you're feeling stressed or anxious. Most important. And then inhale slowly, coming up. We're going to take the feet to the side and we're going to bring them all the way forward. Feel maybe that you're pressing into the earth so you can lengthen the spine. This is called staff pose Dandasana. One more breath to lengthen here. And then we're going to bring the left leg maybe just coming out to the side or coming all the way into the thigh. So it really depends on your body structure and on your knees. And when you're ready from here, we're going to reach the hands up over the head, long spine, and then bring the hands forward. You might just come to here, or you might bend the knee slightly and just fold forward over the leg, just softening, releasing. Another forward fold. If your spine rounds, that's perfectly fine. We're just coming into a relaxing pose to release the stress, letting the head come down towards the shins or the knee, wherever is right for you. One more breath here. And then inhale slowly, mindfully rising up. Bringing both legs out to the front. Find that staff pose. You can maybe press back into the hands if that's a variation that suits you to lengthen the spine. And then bring the other leg in, maybe taking it out a bit further if your hips aren't very open, or if you're feeling quite flexible, bring it in. Lengthen and inhale, reach up, and then again bring the hands down and reach forward with the heart first and come over that leg. You might want to bend your knee. So every body structure is different. But just coming into a forward fold, surrendering down, just accepting whatever's going on for you. And each breath in you lengthen, and then the exhale you forward fold. If you round your spine, that's perfectly fine here. 2 more breaths. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, empty out and slowly coming up. And this time we're going to bring both legs out for a moment. Lengthen the spine. And then bend the knees and bring both knees out to the side. You might just bring your hands on the top, or you might bring them underneath. And we're going to come into the forward fold in butterfly. So taking the legs out, just releasing down. And again, you might just come only a few centimeters forward, or if you're very open, you might come all the way down. Everybody has a different structure. The important thing is here is to soften and connect with the breath. 3 breaths deep into the belly. Breathing in and out. Breathe in, exhale, empty out. And on the next inhale, slowly rising up. Bring the knees in and just take the legs forward, maybe shaking them out for a moment. And then you might want to bend the knees slightly, lengthen forward, and just bring the hands maybe towards the feet, to the ankles, or to the ground, and just surrendering all the way forward. And again, everybody's body structure is different. So it may be that you bend the knees a lot to come forward, or you may have them straight, feet flexed, whatever is right for you. But just taking 5 breaths here, belly towards the spine, shoulders soft. Maybe you're even touching the feet. 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, last breath. And beautiful. Inhale, slowly rising up. Notice how you feel here. Bring the hands back, coming to the center of the mat if you're on a mat or if you're on the floor, and just lowering yourself down for a moment, all the way, and bringing your knees up to the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze and just massaging the lower back, rotating the knees around. And find that length and bring the legs down, maybe even tickling your ankles so they're quite close up towards you. And then inhale, tilt the pelvis up and raise up. And exhale, coming down. We're going to do that 3 times. Press into the heels and the big toe and inhale, raising up maybe a bit higher. And exhale, coming down. And one last time, inhale, reaching all the way up. Maybe taking the hands over the head. And hold here, toes facing in. Notice how that feels. Bring the hands back down. If you want, you can interlace them for another 3 breaths, or just coming down yourself. Chin towards the chest, release the lower back. Beautiful. And sliding one foot down and then the other. Taking a moment to rest here, deep breath in, notice how you feel. And one more hard opener here is we're going to come up onto the elbows, point the toes. See if you can puff the chest up. If you're feeling okay, we're going to release the head. May not be for you, but just taking whichever posture is right. 3 breaths here. Lifting up the sternum and the collarbones. Closing the eyes, that's it. And exhale, bring the chin back to the chest. And lowering down, knees up one more time. Soften, lengthen the lower back and the whole spine. Again, bring the hands out to a T shape. I like to finish with a reclining twist, so important that the knees fall down to one side, gaze out to the other. 2 more breaths. And inhale, coming to the other side, let the knees fall down, gazing out. Remember to breathe into the belly. And last time, bring the knees up. Really important here. Bring the knees back down. Important here to connect with the breath to remove stress. So breathe in one more time, lengthen the whole body. Breathe in gratitude for this practice, but now as you exhale, squeeze every muscle to bone. Squeeze every muscle. So in the arms, the legs, the torso, even the face. Squeeze, squeeze, keep that squeezing, squeeze, squeeze. And let go. And finally, with every bit of the tension released, bring the arms down, the legs taking up as much space, and coming into your relaxation. Take as much time as you want here to feel that softness, that release of tension, that release of stress in your body. And as we're lying here, just let yourself be breathed by the breath. The only movement in your body is the breath. Your focus is just on the long exhale. Breathing in if you can for a count of 3 and exhale for the count of 6. 3 times. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale for the count of 3 and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the breath be natural. And when you're ready, bring awareness back to the space, the body, listening to the sounds, feeling the body supported by the earth underneath. And then inhale, wriggle your toes, your fingers, stretch the hands, maybe up and come off to the side, supporting your head. Take a moment here to notice how you feel. Has anything shifted? And then coming up into a seated position. Just bringing your hands to the knees, lengthen the spine. Hands can face up if you want, or just gently place down. And take 3 long breaths out through the mouth if you can. Inhale, exhale, and one more time. Inhale, exhale, a long slow breath out, and then gently open your eyes, hands to heart. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice.